Hello everybody and welcome back. Last time we explored the last floors of Crossbone Isle and we managed to reach these unknown shores and the pier. Today we're going to finish Crossbone Isle and see what's at the very end. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and go up these stairs. And we have what looks like a old and forgotten ship, and it actually looks almost exactly the same as the ship that we used to cross the Caragal, minus the completely, despite it, in this case this one is in a complete state of disrepair. And here at the very center we have a chest. Let's see what's in there. And we have our final mimic of the game. So this one is level 30. It has 1206 hit points, 68 synergy, 367 attack, 126 defense, 167 agility and 18 luck. Its elemental resistances are 100 Venus, 25 Mars, 152 Jupiter and 127 Mercury, and it has a Jupiter elemental power of 105. It normally yields 1009 experience points, which then become 1311 if we finish him off with a Mars Gene. It drops 643 coins, which then become 835, and he has a guaranteed drop of a potion. Now, as for his commands, he has the basic attack, as well as the Sleep, Debilitate, Siren, Curse and Condemn synergy, which all the previous Mimic had, and his new ability is the Spark Plasma synergy, which is a Jupiter attack with a power rating of 180, has a cost of 37 synergy and has a range of 7. So yeah, this is the final Mimic of the game. And it's been quite a while since we actually fought one of these guys. So, as always, I'm going to... I just thought I'd let you guys know, I switched Garrett and Isaac to their Berserker class, Berserker rank on the Brute class, and Mia and Ivan are in the Hermit, in this case in the Sage rank. Because that way this is the setup that I want for an upcoming battle. So, I'm going to be attacking in the first few turns with Isaac and Garrett, and I'm going to use high impact with Ivan and Mia to power them up. And I forgot to equip a weapon for Garrett. I'll do it as soon as this battle is over. Alright, so let's start attacking now. Wait. Yeah, sorry. For some reason I went for a Venus Gene. Alright. $344. Hopefully Fever can finish him off. And there we go. Alright, so let's set Torch and Fever back. And now, regarding Garrett's weapon. So, usually, when comparing the Wicked Mace, the Muramasa and the Demon Axe, I usually tend to go for the Muramasa since it is the only one that actually deals extra Mars damage. But taking into consideration the foe that we're about to face, I'm going to equip the Wicked Mace on Garrett. Not so much because of the side effect of Deadly Poison, but because it actually deals extra Venus damage. And what we're about to fight is actually weak to Venus. So here's the Wicked Mace, and let's go ahead and give it to Garrett. And let's trade it for the apples, sure. Alright, so let's heal up, and actually Ivan and me are a bit low on synergy, so I'm going to be using the Psy Crystal. Alright, just checking to make sure everything's alright. So, it would seem that there's nothing else to do, right? Not quite. So, I advise you to save your game if you haven't at this point, because as soon as you go up these stairs, there's quite a challenge waiting for you. So, here we go. So, hidden at the very bottom of Crossbone Isle, we have the Dead Pirate King Deadbeard. He is level 43. He has 6,000 hit points, 600 synergy, 468 attack, 178 defense, 180 agility, and 60 luck. Its elemental resistances are 72 Venus, 127 Mars, 152 Jupiter, and 193 Mercury. He has a Mars elemental power of 110, a Jupiter elemental power of 120, and a Mercury elemental power of 130. He normally yields 8,000 experience points, which then become 10,400 if we finish him off with a Venus gene. He drops 9,000 coins, which then become 11,700, and he has a guaranteed drop of a Water Flag. Now, as for his attacks, he has a basic attack and there's a 20.7% chance of him using it. He has the Inferno Synergy, which is a Mars attack with a power rating of 140, has a cost of 23 synergy, a range of 5, and a 9% chance of him using it. The Spark Plasma Synergy that I just went over, with a 4.3% chance of him using it. The Freeze Prism Synergy, which is a Mercury attack with a power rating of 190. It has a synergy cost of 31, a range of 5, and there's an 18.3% chance of him using it. Then he has the Guard Synergy with a 6.6% chance of him using it, the Impact Synergy with a 13.7% chance of him using it, the Ward Synergy with an 11.3% chance of him using it, and finally the Break Synergy with a 16% chance of him using it. So, Deadbeard in this case is what's considered the super boss, or the optional boss, that is, stat-wise at least, harder than the final boss of the game. However, as if you may have noticed during my analysis, let's say, he has one major flaw, and that is that he has not a single monster skill, and that is very important when it comes to one of the methods that can be used to take him out. I'm going to showcase a little bit of this method, but I'm not going to use it throughout the whole battle because that would be kind of boring, and I would feel bad for cheating. So, what this method is. So, first off, I'm going to just simply attack with Isaac and Garrett, and I'm going to use Laugh. If you recall, Laugh has the ability to seal a foe synergy, and it never ever misses. And since the only move that he has outside of synergy is his regular attack, if you do this, you're basically limiting Deadbeard to only attacking. Now, and as for Mia, since he would be limited to no synergy, he will not be able to use Break, meaning that he cannot remove stat boosts on my party, so I'm going to use High Impact. Yeah. So, even if he is limited to only attacking, he does deal a decent amount of damage, as you can see there, 121 damage from a single attack. So if he actually chooses to attack the same Undead twice, he may either kill them or leave them severely weakened. So, even with this method, it's always good to be on the lookout. So, if you want to continue using this method, basically, Ivan's commands will basically narrow down to using Love, using your next turn to get him back, and then using him again. So, in this case I'm going to see if I can get one more impact. Hopefully he does not attack Mia again, or he doesn't solely attack Mia. And there we got the Unleash. Oh, both of them, nice. Alright. So the Synergy Seal only lasts 2 turns, but if, as you may have noticed, we also already have Laugh available. So if I wanted to, I could just continue using Laugh and then rinse and repeat until you finally finish him off. However, I do feel that is a bit cheap, so I'm not going to do that. I just wanted to showcase how that method works. And there are plenty of other methods that can help you deal with Deadbeard in a easier fashion. So that being said, I'm going to use High Impact with Ivan, even though there's a decent chance that he will use Break soon, and Mia can just use Wishwell. Alright, so he didn't. We might actually get to have a full round of everybody fully buffed. I'm going to let Mia use High Impact. Well, I guess only Isaac is fully buffed at this point, assuming he doesn't use break soon. And there we have Inferno. 114, 143, and 100, yeah. Alright. So, at least so far he has not used any... He has not reset our stats, so I'm going to use Wishwell, and I'm going to use Break to get rid of the boost on the elemental resistance that Deadbeard just did. And then we have Furious Prison. This is by far his deadliest move. And there we have it. Yeah. I knew it wouldn't last too long before him using Break, unfortunately. Well, that's fine. So, I basically want to either see if I can get at least one impact and then heal the parry. And once I feel that Deadbeard is about to die, I'm going to switch to Isaac and Garrett, basically using their Venus Gene, so I can get the XP and coin boost on him. Ooh, that's actually quite dangerous. So yeah, it's always good if you can get rid of him, of his buffs, because him buffing himself with impact is actually quite dangerous. So let's use Wishwell and Break. Come on, Garrett. And yep, there's quite a high chance of him using Furious Prison, as you can see here. I think we only had one buff, so it's okay. And he didn't buff himself, so I might take this chance to simply do a full round of healing, because Garrett was a bit too low. Alright, that's better. So, seeing as how this may drag on for a bit too long, I may go over another method to take him out that is actually probably, if not the fastest, one of the fastest, and that is to simply go and do a full summon rush. So have all 7 Digin on standby, and either use the level 4 summons on your first turn and then the level 3 summons on your second, or vice versa. If you're able to survive his attack on the first turn after having your party completely weakened, then he will most likely die after all 3, at least 3 of the level 3 summons. I tried it before and it should work out. And there we have Spark Plasma. I wonder if I should start gearing up for the Jin. Maybe it's not yet. A few more attacks and then I'll start using the Jin. No, wait. So yeah, as I was saying, Deadbeard is technically stronger than the final boss of the game. However, the final boss of the game, which we'll see next episode, I feel you cannot cheese him as easily as Deadbeard. So in that regard, that's why I felt that it was okay to actually show off Deadbeard first. and especially because of the way that you're actually fighting, which you'll figure out next episode. So let's just wish well and see if we can keep buffing the party. Alright, let's get sap and flint back, and let's use break on him, and then another high impact. And of course, well, even if it does seem like a bit pointless to use high impact, it does force him to waste a turn on break, so there's that at least. Alright, let's use up flint here. Let's see if we can get... yeah, why not? And there we go! 10,400 experience points, and Garrett leveled up, and so did Ivan, and Mia. And we got 11,700 coins, and a water flag. And you may notice that there is a chest here, and it contains the demon mail. So, let's check it out. Armor, drops wind resistance, and of course it is a cursed item. So yeah, the demon mail, despite being cursed, is actually the best piece of equipment in the original Golden Sun. Seeing as it is cursed, I'm going to of course give it to Garrett. And yeah, he will lose some agility because the ninja car was pretty good for agility, but he should be fine. Alright, so with that we are done. Technically there is something else that we get from defeating Deadbeard and completing Crossbone Isle, but that will not become apparent until the next game in the series, and that is only if you actually transfer your save file. However, we are finished here, so next time I'll meet you guys back at the top of Venus Lighthouse and we'll finally begin the final battle. So, see you guys